We hope that it will be available to everyone by first week of March. That's our target. So without wasting our time, let's see login. I think you remember this part, this page. You log in the normal way like this. You push in your password here. Okay. Also here, nothing changes. Yeah. So here, we use Zambian kwacha. Yeah, because it looks like at the moment everything it would be in Zambian kwacha. So as you can see, there is a new icon now here called the Smart Invoice. So you click in there, okay? Then you go to Smart Invoice. This is now your Smart Invoice, okay? This is the menu for Smart Invoice. As you can see, I'm doing it in the morning there and everything is okay. The codes are working, all right? So now, what are we gonna do now, okay? Without wasting our time, we need to make sure that I've already keyed in the customer. There are about 3 customers also, and there is also a product which I've already keyed in. Yeah. So now let's go to the invoicing. I think this one you are familiar with it. You are not new to this one. You know it. The page or the invoice format. The people who are doing the invoicing are very familiar with this. All what we have done is to include as much tons of code so that uh, the people who are currently processing the sales invoices might think that, okay, nothing has changed, when a lot of things have changed here. But we didn't want to overload them. We wanted them to have the same feel of the current invoicing which they are doing so that it doesn't require training at all. Yes, the codes which are in behind will do the job instead of them doing the job. So normally what they do, they always come here and um, select a customer. Remember, before you put a customer there, you have to make sure that these customers are sent to Smart Invoice, which I have already done. Because of lack of time, I won't want to go through all this process. Otherwise, people will lose, they will get, some will be behind, they will not even know what is happening. At least if we start from here, many people will not see much of the difference. So let's say maybe let me process an invoice for Kanonga Yevo. Okay, good. So normally here, you always select the tax invoice. So I'll select the tax invoice there. Tap here. Then here, there is always this message which comes. Here, if you are not starting from the quotation sales order, it always says no. Okay. If you are starting from the quotation, that's when you can do the linking. Now here, okay, there is a product which I've already sent it to Smart Invoice so that at least the process can be shortened. Okay, this product has already gone there. So you simply select, let's say we want to sell packaged water. So you say tab here, okay, then here, let's say we want to sell how many? 15 cases, okay, at the price of 100 kwacha. All right, yeah. So all right, before we go any further, let's reconfirm that, okay, since there is 3, so it should be A. This side here is A. Okay, yeah. So since it's A now, we are done with the invoice. So you simply save here. Okay, after saving here, all right. So guys, when you come here, it has given us invoice number 19. Remember that one now becomes an invoice. So you write that 19 somewhere, I'll pause, so that you will know exactly what we are talking about. In an event where you have forgotten to write that, you don't even know the amount, I'll still come back here and do the edit here, so that I return it to the screen here, okay? Yeah, so this is the data which we are processing. As you can see, everything is there. Now, well, what you need to do is, have you seen this 1,500? Can you write it to somewhere? Because you need it where we are going. So 1,500, I'll write it here. Invoice number is 19. The 19 is this one here. That's the invoice number now. It's even written invoice ID, that's 19. So invoice number 19, okay? Yeah, so I hope guys you have written everything in there. So now it's time to process. I'll resave this thing again. Okay, good. So now let's send this data to our smart invoice. Remember, here you used to send it to the gadget. Now this time around, the gadget is not there. We are sending it directly to smart invoice. So I'll select 19 and wait here. Do you see here now it gives a message? The message said, would you like to cancel this operation so that you double check the tax invoice? If you are not too sure you want to double check the invoice again before sending it to smart invoice, you can say yes. If you are okay, you don't need to check anything. You can say no. Since we have already checked it, I'll say no. Okay. So now it's sending the data there. Do you see what has happened? Have you read this message? The smart invoice has replied. And the message says succeeded. Do you see this? Succeeded. Okay. It has given you receipt number what? Number 12. So you write that receipt number 12. That's the receipt which you are going to write on, mark your invoice with receipt number 12 as signed. Are we together, people? I hope we are together. That receipt number, which is here, you mark it as on the invoice which you are going to print. I'll pause it here. Look at this, the message there clearly. Go through it, read it, pause your video, okay, so that you understand what is happening here. All right, it writes, what is this? VSDC receipt, PBC, this is the date, okay? It has given you the date, okay? Today's date is what? 11, as you can see. This is 2024, February 11, okay? Time 10:48 and some seconds, okay? Everything is okay. Receipt number is there. All right. And the receipt number is 12. Okay. I hope we have gotten that. So we say okay here. Done. How long does it take to send an invoice to Smart Invoice? Just seconds, you are done. All right. So now let's print now our invoice here. Number 19. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That one I'll remove it. Don't worry. Yeah. So that is our Smart Invoice. All right. Mhm. So it has calculated, oh, this is a different one. I printed the wrong one. Sorry. What I want is 19, not 12. 12, 19. Okay. Invoice number 19. Yes, 15. Okay. This invoice is yeah, A. Okay, packaged water, 1,500. Right? All right. There we are. Now, we have seen this invoice. Now, okay, what is the next issue? Now, suppose I wanted to check it on a Smart Invoice to see whether that invoice is also there, because that's what you'll be doing, all right? Okay, remember, if you want to, you can pause the video here so that you check the invoice and everything is properly checked, the amount, everything, and the quantity, all right? It's done here. So now, since we know, remember I told you to say you get the invoice number, which is this one, number 19, and the amount is 1,500, okay, which we have written. I think you have also written it somewhere. So I'll close it here, all right? Yeah, the posting is the same thing. You post it here, okay? So you post it here, yeah, it's posted. So okay, here you simply say, okay, we'll remove that one, don't worry. It's okay, it's done, right? So if I do this now again, I go back there, it should give me now a copy. You can see it has written a copy now, okay? No problem. So now, what are we going to do now? The next thing which we are going to do is we cross here, yeah? I just want to show you all the stages. If you want to continue process, you can continue processing. Yeah, I will simply say, okay. Yeah, we are back to Smart Invoice. Now, let's go to ZRIA page. and see what um, what is there. So I will share this one now. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we are on the ZRA page. We want to check that invoice which we processed for 1,500. All right. So I'll come here under Smart Invoice. I'll log in here. Yeah. So I'll log in here. I'll use my TPIN here. Okay. Of course, you have your own TPIN. I want to show you. I want to share my password here. Yeah. So I'll try to log in here and do this and do this. We log in here, right? Uh-huh. So now my interest is on the invoice. So I'll come here and go to sales invoice. I want to check that one, that invoice for 1,500. Okay, where is it? All right, so it should be on page 2. Oh, maybe page 1, 1,500. Ah, there it is. Have you seen this? So this is the invoice. So to look at it, how it looks like, all you need to do is you click it there and it gives you the invoice detail. All right? Yeah. Same amount here, everything, and it says standard rate 16%. Okay? Payment cash. Okay? Date like that. Remember how I even told you that it was 10/48. It's even writing there. Okay? Yeah. Everything is there. Okay, invoice number 19. Do you remember what I said to say, write the invoice number there? Yes. Okay, this one, number 12, was the receipt number. You remember I told you to write receipt number 12. Okay, so this is the way how it looks like. Okay, so for sales, this is where our colleagues will be ending. Nothing more. So I don't see any problem. This is the way how invoices can be verified. You process it there, you can also verify that whatever invoice which you have processed is only has gone to Smart Invoice. Okay, so now people, we can drill down our reports here. Um, Okay, so we can even check our, oh, okay, fine. While we are still here, I processed some of the invoices in advance because I'm using Zoom, so it can close. What about the privileges? Okay, yeah, those people who do not pay tax. So if I click here, I'll show you something. So these are zero rated. Those zero rated means those are for C3. You can see it's written here, zero rated. There's no taxes, zero there. Okay. So I processed this in advance to make sure that at least we have enough time to go through together, discuss all these things. This one is the one which you call C3, zero rated. Not export. Export, you will see it shortly. Zero rated, those where you have products, but there is no tax with V8 which you are supposed to pay. Okay. Right. Yeah. So, okay. So now let's see this one. So those friends of ours who are selling books, they fall under exempt. You see this one, exempt, meaning there is no VAT involved. They're exempted from tax. Also, I think milk is part of it as well. Yeah, powdered milk, is it Formula One, whatever it is called? Yeah, things like that. So now, what about privileges? Okay, let's check this one. So privilege, this is called zero rated LPO. I think you remember what we call LPO. These are the ones which are called now privilege. You process them the same way you have been processing, except that when it goes to Smart Invoice, it will have a title called LPO. This is for those people who do not, okay, diplomats anyway. I think I don't even need to go in detail. Okay, you can see the customer there. Suppose they had an LPO, then they will get this. Okay, zero taxi, zero rate. All right. What about exports? Exports, people, it's a C1. Okay, export. Did I do any export? Let me check this one. Yeah, yes, we have an export as well. Export is written here, export is also zero rated. Zero, not zero rated, at 0%. So these are exports. That's way how it is. So nothing has changed there, except that we have used tons and tons of codes to make sure that life becomes easier. That's all what we have done, nothing else. Okay? Now, let's say now continue drilling down with the reports which are on ZRA. Yeah, we are still dealing with our our smart invoice. So let's check this report, sales by item. You see, sales by item, we have this. There's one item here, as you can see, but it shows that okay, non-taxable amount. Where there is a tax, actually this one you can use for your VAT report. You can see it shows you exempt, separate, zero rated, whatever, all these. So this is the one which you can use it for your VAT filing. You simply export it to Excel. Okay. If you want more detail, you can use this one, but it will go to Excel if you want it that way. I hope we are together here. I don't expect anyone to be behind. These are straightforward matter. Yeah. So we are still exploring the reports. Okay. So let's say now sales by buyer. We have this one. Let's see what it will give us. Yeah. Let's see what it will give us. Oh, this one is not working. All right. We'll go back there. No problem. Um, Let's see now, is there anything like sales report? Let's see if there's any sales report. This one is not configured as well. Okay. They haven't configured this one. Okay. So, okay, let's see. What else do we need to see? Oh, okay. Opening stock. Do we have any opening stock here? Let's see. Any opening stock there? Any opening stock there? Let's see. Okay, it's like it's not yet configured as well. Okay, we keep on exploring the, okay, stock by item. Let's see, is there anything? Okay, stock by item, nothing. Okay, let's check again. Stock inventory, is there anything here? No, okay. So is there anything that we can check? Check. Okay. Is there anything that we can check? Okay. So what about this product which we have sent? Okay. Search by, okay, by this one. Yeah, we have one product which is registered, which is water here. This one. Yeah. Okay. So if I do this, yeah, so you can see packaged water is here. Okay. Standard rate, everything is there. If you want to download this, you can download this. Okay. No problem. Okay, so I think I've shown you tax the store, the smart invoice, how it works and everything there. Yeah. Now, the next thing which I'll do, we have to continue there where we were. Okay. I'll log out here. I don't want to mess up my account. I'll log out here. All right. Leave it there. Then go back here. Then I'll say new share. Yes. Share. Okay, we are back here. Okay. Now, what about all these boxes, whatever, what do they mean? So if you wanted to check maybe for any store, any standard codes which are there, which are used by ZRI, you have to put a date here, okay? So you do it like this. So for example, we take it, okay, for 11, let's see. So this one, it says it has not found any stock item, any code which are there. So what we can do, Let's see, try to take it back to 2018 or somewhere there. Let's see, 2018. You have to use the small calendar there, yeah, because you at one point you might need these codes. Okay, I think they had their data somewhere there. You can take this one and let's see. Okay, let's see what have you seen that now it has given us all the stock items which are actually seated there in a form of a report. Okay, so these are the ones which are there. Okay, so you can see in some cases, I think you are familiar with the LPO, which we are looking at there, C3, C1, B, all these, A, all these. Okay, those which are coming from Angola, they are there, all these. So yeah, so anyway, these are straightforward. America, Australia, whatever, whatever, Azerbaijan, all those. Yeah. So these are, when we are looking at it, these are, okay, let me try to explain it to you. When we are saying Angola, okay, Angola has its own code. When you are buying from Angola, okay, so it means that the CD code for Angola is AO here. Have you seen AO here? When you create now the product there, product type, you are going to put AO for Angola. Okay? What we'll do, we'll try to put it in a proper report format so that you can print it on your own. We'll do that, no problem. Yeah. So for this one, Armenia, okay, let's see. I've seen Armenia here. Armenia is AM here. Okay, that's the way how it is. Netherlands is AN here. Okay, yeah, that's the way how it is. So uh, Ireland Ireland is AX there, Azerbaijan is AZ, things like that. So that's way how you do. This is important when you are actually importing some items for resale because you have to state exactly the country code. That's why you need this report. Without this report, how are you going to enter the products which you are buying from maybe Australia, especially our friends who are dealing with the mines? We don't manufacture most of the items here. We buy from outside. So you need this report so that you reference it properly there, okay, correctly. So I'll say, okay, yeah, no problem. So if you have any customer who are actually there in the, you want to search for a customer, you can come here. You type in the TPIN for the customer, you search it from there, okay? So if you are searching for product classification, okay, you can come here. Okay, maybe we can even go up to there. Let's see. What does this one say? Okay, okay. This one has given us this. These are the product classification which you might require. Okay, as you can see also it's coming in a form of a report. All right, you also use this, you can see polyethylene freeze, these are already in the system there. Okay, so these codes you might also require them, yeah, at a later stage. You know all these things. Don't throw away that technical document which you received because these are covered there and you require them to reference it to it. Okay, if this one is just for notices, if there are any notices or to notify you for something, yeah, you can use that one anyway. So you just do it there. Okay, as you can see, this one is purely coming from ZRA. It was notifying us to say Sandbox actually is running, as you can see there. Okay, done by this gentleman. Okay, okay, that's that. Okay, so if there you have some branches, you want to see the activities of the branch, you come here, you can say, okay, I can take it to somewhere there. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so let's do this. See there. Now here is speaking only Nectar. As you can see, this is Nectar, and this is the email for Nectar there, and this is my name. Okay, yeah. So this is shows the registration of our branch. Okay, yeah. So that is that. So all these functions are available for you. All right, that's the way how it is. Mhm. Now, let's before we cross, let's see. Uh, Okay, let's say try to send some users staff login here. Okay, so okay, add here. All right, let's say we have a new user here. Okay, we need to send that information. So I'll say username, maybe we have this person as a user. Just follow me, people. These are straightforward things. Maybe now our password is something like this. I want to show you the password. Okay, yeah. So the T pin, we'll put our T pin because she works with the Nectar. Yeah. Branch code is our branch code is 00. User ID, we say, okay, yeah, okay. Then address, mm, yeah, we'll put it like that. Contact, okay. Oh, contact, I'll put it maybe my phone number 0977352401. Authority code 00. Okay. Remarks, okay. Is it? Okay. Yeah. Then here, registration name, I'll still put the same. Where is it going again? Here. Okay. Put. Then here, I'll put again the same. We'll repeat here. This is the way you are going to be registering your users there. Yeah. All the users must be registered. So, yeah. Allow me to check to verify this information before we move. Okay. Everything appear to be okay unless otherwise. So I will say add, okay, and close here. Now, since we have added one user, so we need to come here. You can see she's here. So select this user and send to ZRI succeeded. As you can see, this user is now added on the ZRI port. Yeah. So if you don't receive this message, you will receive an error. Okay, it means that your information which you have keyed in there is incorrect. So everything is okay here. All right? Yeah. So we don't have anything to, these are straightforward things. Yeah. As you can see, everything is done. So all what we are doing, we are simply adding a few things there. So suppose I want to adjust, we have done the stock count. Now I want to adjust the stock to say, I think the stock balance which we have is supposed to be maybe 150. You come here, okay? So here, what I'll do is I'll put our T pin here, okay? 262, 3668, okay? Branch, that's my branch, okay? So now here, I'll put what I've counted there, okay? Yeah. So now, which product? Maybe this water, yeah, has changed. There is 150 there. All right. So registrant name, I'll put admin, admin, even here, admin, even here, admin, okay, even here, admin, okay. I think we are okay. We are okay. So we can save that record. Okay. Now come here and select this one, number 5. Okay. The last one should be the last one. Okay. So we select that one. Then what we do? Send the adjustment. Okay. Succeeded. As you can see, there's no error. It has succeeded. We have adjusted the stock which is on Smart Invoice. So that's way how you adjust the stock so that the stock which is on your flow and the stock which is at ZRA are equal. Okay. That's way how you do it. All right. For now, I won't want to overload you. Let me go back to Smart Invoice. I'll end here. It will be bit by bit. But let me mention one thing. As we finish this, because it will be most likely available first week of March. Okay. Now, this is a new software altogether. What you have there is completely obsolete. So you'll be more or less like buying a new software again. Okay. Though most of the items we have returned it, but as you can see, it's totally different with what you are using there. So in terms of pricing, let me touch that one. Because you have been our customers, you will not buy this at the actual price. Okay? If the actual price is 1,000 kwacha, okay, then we'll offer you a discount of 60% because of the royalty. You have been with us, so write off 60%, so you only pay 40%, which is 400 kwacha. Let's say the price is 1,000 kwacha, then when you subtract 60%, you have 400 kwacha. Okay, that's what you are going to be seeing on the the quotation. The reason is simple. It is not our own making, no. We are following the law. The law requires us to actually comply with it. And to comply with the law, we had to come up with a new software. This same applies to cloud. What you are seeing here, that's what you'll be seeing under cloud as well. Same. Okay? Yeah. So at the moment, we can't send anything until ZRA clears this, they are okay with it, and they give us a certificate. I simply wanted you to have a feel of how this works, okay? And see if there are any challenges. To the local things, I think you have seen on your own. Most of things are handled by the software, especially the sales part. It's the same thing. It's almost the same thing, except that what we have included there are tons and tons of code to make sure that the people will feel like they are still using the gadgets when there are no gadgets there. That's the way how it is. Okay. Now, what about installation? For the people who have already IT personnel there, you are already okay. Okay. All you need is your IT. They have to install what we call Java JDK plus Apache Tomcat. Apache Tomcat is the server which is going to run on your separate PC. Okay, I'll come to the PC or server there. Apache Tomcat is the server which is running this. I'm using a laptop, but I have Apache Tomcat, okay, installed here, including Java JDC. Now, Java JDC require linking it to Apache. To do that, you have to make sure that you actually configure the variables, okay? I think the IT people understand what I'm talking about, the variables under the environment there. Those will be required to be configured. Otherwise, you will not be able to run this. Okay? For people who do not have IT people, what I advise you, you can engage part-time IT, not briefcase ITs, these who know nothing about it, who pretend to know IT when they know nothing. Please, I beg you. When you engage an IT part-time, make sure that you forward the name to us, okay? We assess that person, and the first assessment is to see whether he's able to install JDK and the Apache Tomcat and link those two. As long as you don't have this, we will not send you any software, no. Even if you, in fact, even if the payment will not allow your payment. If you have not installed this, even if you pay, we'll return your payment. Okay, that's as simple as that. Make sure the JTK and the Apache Tomcat is installed. The reason is we would have gone around to do that, but we don't have time to do that. It's a lot of work. Okay, as you can see, we have clients all over. Some are in Muchinga, some are in Rwapura, some are in the Copper Belt, some are in Lusaka. Who can manage to travel around to go and do the installation of JDK and Apache? It's not possible. That's why you have to engage your part-time. If you can't afford the full-time IT, at least a part-time IT personnel. Only one person can do that. It doesn't even take hours. But now, how are we going to help those people? We'll send them two videos, one for installing JDK, the other one for Apache. Okay, and how to link it to create the variables, because some they may be IT people, but they may not know how to actually create the variables and link it to Apache. Okay, so that's important. Now, after this is done, again, if you intend to put it on your laptop and you want to make your laptop as a server, again, we'll not send you the software. We want that server to have to be separate. Okay, you can find a place where you can lock it separately. Okay, it has to be 24 hours online. Okay, so that is accessible. I hope I've made it clear. It's not a situation whereby the same server which you are using, the same computer which you are using for sales becomes a server. No. That way, it means that anytime that thing can get full. So the best way to do is nominate one computer or desktop, remove it out completely from uh, the workstation, put it somewhere separate, lock it up there so that everyone will be now going through that computer as a server. That's where you are going to install JDK and Apache there. That's the one which will be now routing all your information to ZRI Smart Card. I hope I've made it very clear. So it's coming, this Smart Invoice is coming at a small cost, quite okay, but it's beneficial for the nation and everyone. Okay? Yeah. Do not, again, let me repeat there. Do not put this on a laptop, please. If you don't have a server, I know big organization, they have already the server which is there. There you simply install JDK and Apache, leave everything there. Once you do the link the variables, everyone will be going there. You log in, everybody will have to be routed via what we call local host, okay? It's an IP address which doesn't change, okay? So everyone will be pointing to that IP address. So that at the end, whatever you process, whatever invoice which you process has to go through that IP address and the port number. You have to assign also the port number of your own, as we are using port number 8080. Anyway, you can use any or 881, 888 or whatever. It's okay. As long as, because the IP address is different, it's unique. Okay, that's it. As you can see, this thing is fast. These are fast technologies. It doesn't even take time to sign your invoice. Okay, very straightforward. I hope we have we have covered a lot of things. So it's up to you now to get prepared in advance. Once everything is done, we get a certificate, then we'll communicate to you officially. Okay, with a copy of the certificate. Yeah. Then by that time, if you would have found a part-time IT person, or those who have already full-time IT, it's okay. Yeah, you can simply contact us to say, okay, fine, we are done. Can you send us the video? The videos for installing Apache and the JDK, will email it to you, I think by tomorrow. Yeah, if I have a chance, I can do it for you so that you can have a feel of what is happening there, how to go about it, and you share it with your IT people. Let the IT people study that, then that's it, we move on. Yeah. For now, I think we can. Oh yeah, before we do anything, before we close, we can close here. Now, remember I didn't show you the sales report. The sales report remains the same. Now let's see that invoice. I hope we posted it for 1/5. Yeah, today's was 11. Yeah. I think there was an invoice invoice number 19, which we processed for 1/5. We should be able to see it. Mm. Okay, okay. Did I post it? Let's see. Seems like maybe I didn't post it. Okay, see. Let me check this side. Okay, what is this coming? Okay, number 19. Post. Okay, okay, right. Okay. So that's the thing. You need to make sure that no, not there. You do that. I think we have discussed a lot. Mhm. I don't think that there is any big trouble here. Everything appear to be fine. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I think it's the report. We'll fix it.